We're live.
Good morning, and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. This is show number 215. I'm Pete Braley, along with my co-host, the executive producer, the show creator, the all-around great guy. That's my son, Matt.
I'm his son, Matt.
That's who he be. Yes. Good morning and welcome. Thank you for choosing us today. Our goal is to simply start your day off on a positive note. So if you like what we do, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss any future shows. We're live on YouTube weekday mornings at 8, and you can also find us wherever you go for your favorite podcasts. Coming up today, we were off on Monday, so we'll play Would You Rather today, okay? Because we like that game. How do you handle the check when eating out with friends? Is it individual checks, or what do you split it down the middle? We have a brand new Stumpah for you today. And what is the most annoying type of air passenger? Interesting. We'll get to this in a few minutes, those stories and more. But good morning. We have another overcast day here on the South Coast. And from what I just read, it looks like we have a 50% chance of rain till Saturday.
Yeah, I see thunderstorms for tomorrow.
Oh, really?
So, could be exciting.
Some boomers. And what did I learn? I learned this from Dean DeVore, but I was reminded because Doug saw it on a weather forecast. When they say there's a 50% chance of rain, that doesn't mean there's a 50% chance it won't rain. What it means is, have I covered this already? Now it sounds familiar.
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. What it means is 50% of the area could get rain. So you could be in the next town over and see nothing. So,
But again, I saw on TikTok people being like, no, that's not true. But we'll trust Dean.
And if it was on TikTok,
it's true.
It's got to be true.
Yeah, we'll
right?
trust Dean.
Yeah. It is Thursday, June 2nd. Welcome. It's National Bubba Day today. It recognizes all those we lovingly call Bubbas in our lives. The name they think it may have come from the way young children try to shorten the word brother. They can't say brothers, so they go with Bubba. Maybe. It's National Rocky Road Day. Traditionally, the ice cream includes chocolate ice cream, nuts, and marshmallows. Today, there are variations with vanilla ice cream, chocolate chips, and almonds. It's also National Rotisserie Chicken Day. I think we went through a spell where I was buying one of those like once a week or once every other week. It's handy. I mean, you just got a whole chicken dinner.
You use it for whatever. You could eat it. You could mop the floor with it. You could dust with it.
I don't know about those.
I think I'm thinking of the ShamWow.
Yes, I think you are.
Yes, yeah. Don't eat the ShamWow.
A couple of my recipes, though, do say to get cooked chicken, and I'm thinking...
Apparently they don't trust... They trust you to make the meal. They don't trust you to cook the chicken.
Yeah, and I'm like...
They're like, leave that to somebody else.
But I found that when we buy, a bulk pack of chicken, put it in the freezer, and I take it out, and I just carve up my own chicken and cook it. I think I'm saving money that way. Maybe not time, but I'm saving money. Finally, today is National Leave the Office Early Day, and someone reminded me on a post that this includes the home office. If you're working from home...
Get out of your house. Just leave that.
Leave
crap
early.
Behind. Go sleep somewhere else.
On the Datebook, it was on this day in 1835 that P.T. Barnum and his circus began their first tour of the U.S. On this day in 1935, future Baseball Hall of Famer Babe Ruth announced his retirement as a player at the age of 40. On this day in 1942, Red Sox star Ted Williams enlisted as a U.S. Navy aviator. Thank you, Ted. On this day in 1953, it was the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II in Westminster Abbey in London. I saw it on The Crown. I did.
Oh, The Crown.
On this day in 1967, I know we told you about something about Sgt. Pepper's last week, but that was the British release. Capitol Records released the Beatles album Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band in the U.S. On this day in 1967, it went to number 1, stayed there for 15 weeks.
Wow.
On this day in 1987, the Mariners drafted Ken Griffey Jr. as their number 1 pick. Wonder how he turned out.
I heard he was pretty good.
Yeah. Great movie. On this day in 1989, Robin Williams starring in Dead Poets Society. Mm-hmm. That premiered.
Watched that in English class in high school.
Fitting.
Yeah,
very fitting. And it was on this day in 2004 that Ken Jennings began his 74-game winning streak on the syndicated game show Jeopardy. That's when we were first introduced to Mr. Jennings. On the celebrity birthday list, we see that Jerry Mathers, the Beaver, is 74 today. Dana Carvey, known for Wayne's World, a number of skits on Saturday Night Live, he's 62. Wayne Brady, famous for Whose Line Is That Anyway?
Such a great show.
Yeah, he is 50. And soccer star Abby Wambach is 42. Or is it Wambach? I'm not sure.
I think it's Wambach.
Wambach. Okay, she's 42. And I want to say happy birthday. Abby reminded us, my niece Becky in Vermont, Abby's sister. It is her birthday today. So
Yeah.
happy birthday, Becky.
Happy birthday.
All right. What do we have in the chats this morning?
Let's see. Now, I think some people are still trying to get out of bed here. It's a Thursday. I get it. What's up?
I had to use some self-discipline this morning. It was
I didn't. I slept until the last possible moment.
You have to get up.
And then does anybody else do this? You get to the point where you're like, all right, I'm going to shut my alarms off. And then I almost made the rookie mistake of closing my eyes after shutting your alarms off.
Oh, no.
Not to go to sleep. I just closed them. But the problem is, you close them for too long, you're out. And next thing you know, you wake up and it's 4:30 p.m.
Well, you have multiple alarms. I have one. Have you ever hit the snooze alarm and you're not sure if you turned it off? So it's like you can't really get back to sleep because, did I just?
That's probably a good thing.
Yeah,
probably a good thing.
Because then you look and check. So
then you're waking yourself up. Mm-hmm. Gail says another erased tongue twister. Gail, another erased sky. Today.
I think she means cloudy when she says
That's what
that.
I think so.
Yeah.
Is that true, Gail? Is that what you mean?
It's just gray. It's a gray slate.
Gross is what it is.
Yeah.
Either rain or be clear. That's my motto. Abby says Logan's grandmother calls him Bubba.
Oh, a Bubba. Okay.
We got a Bubba here.
We got a Bubba.
Val says I'm on vacation. I'm staying here. There we go, Val.
Okay.
I mean, you did pick the wrong time to go on vacation, though, right?
It's leave work early day.
Yeah, you should have been at work. You could have left early.
Yep.
By the way, the show's ending in 20 minutes, just in honor of the day.
And we have to go somewhere, too. We can't stay here.
Oh, for a second, I was like, we don't have anything today.
Well, we have to
leave.
leave the office.
I get it now.
Yeah.
We'll just go to Kat's.
Okay.
We'll just crash Kat's house. Hey, Kat, couldn't stay home. Had to leave work.
Company, got any snacks?
Abby says, I hit snooze a couple too many times.
Yeah.
Amen, sister.
Mm-hmm.
Abby says, I play the Let's Go Back to Sleep without an alarm game. I don't always win. I never win whenever I played that game.
I would never play that.
No.
No.
Luckily, that's why we have the backup old-fashioned alarm.
I set an alarm when I take a nap.
Me too.
Yeah. I mean, I sometimes in the afternoon, I'll go upstairs, I'll read for a little while, then I'll get tired. So I put the book down, but I always grab my phone and I always give myself at least an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But
sometimes
I definitely set an alarm.
Occasionally I don't, and that's when I always miss dinner sometimes. Just sleep right on through it.
A lot of times I'll text him when dinner's ready. He's got probably 600 texts on his phone that say dinner.
Dinner. Trish goes with supper.
Supper.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's the one texting.
So I text him, and then Trish and I sit down, and we dish it out and everything, and we're sitting there, and we're like, he's asleep.
Yeah. The worst part is, though, sometimes I'm just finishing up, I don't know, either I'm finishing up the script or something. I'm finishing up what I'm doing.
Right.
And then I come downstairs 2 minutes later, and you're both like, oh, I thought you were asleep. I'm like, no. Not asleep every time.
And some of the meals I cook, because you told me once, because I used to check, I used to double check, I call, whatever. And you told me just, hey, let it go, I'll be okay. But I'm like, some of these meals probably aren't that good warmed up,
I don't think. If sometimes the nap's worth more than eating a meal fresh.
Okay,
that's all I'm saying.
All right.
What?
Is that it? With the chats?
Awkward silence.
Was that? Or are we done with the chat?
I figured we were done. I figured you would know. I was wrong. Back to you, Pete.
All right. Thank you. In the news on this Thursday, Johnny Depp has won his defamation trial against ex-wife Amber Heard. It's over. What are we going to do with our lives now? Yesterday, the jury found that Amber had defamed Depp in a 2018 Washington Post op-ed and awarded him $15 million in damages. The decision came after a six-week trial and 3 days of deliberations. Heard was in the Fairfax, Virginia court on Wednesday. Depp was in the UK, Abby was right, with his musician friend Jeff Beck. Amber Heard was awarded $2 million in damages after the jury found that one of Depp's lawyers made a defamatory statement about her, against her. Johnny Depp had sued his ex for $50 million, while she countersued for $100 million after one of his lawyers called her abuse allegations a hoax. In a statement, Heard said, "The disappointment I feel today is beyond words. I'm even more disappointed with what this verdict means for other women." Depp said, "The jury gave me my life back. I am truly humbled. The best is yet to come, and a new chapter has finally begun."
2 questions. Number one, do you think the $2 million comes out of that lawyer's fee? Like that one lawyer that messed up, you think he's got to pay out the $2 million? No, I'm kidding. But my other question is, so does this mean Jack Sparrow can come back? It's up to Disney. But
I guess
it'd be interesting to see where Johnny Depp comes back in his acting role.
There is talk of at least one more, right?
Yeah, but
if not more.
And I heard that they made 2 scripts of it, one with Jack, one without. So I don't know. I will say I don't think he can come back to the Fantastic Beasts world because they just made the last movie.
Gotcha.
Like the most recent one had somebody else playing him. So
we shall see.
Yeah. Interesting.
Basketball, Game 1 of the NBA Finals tips off tonight between the Boston Celtics and the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors have won 3 of the past 7 championships, and the Celtics have won titles in 5 different decades. Also, if Boston wins this thing, they'll get to 17 titles, breaking a tie with the Los Angeles Lakers for the most in NBA history. It is expected to be a pretty solid series.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think I'm going to watch. Normally I don't get too into basketball, but I'm going to do it.
We're not bandwagon jumpers here. We're just saying.
I'm just a native sports fan. I will die for all my Boston sports teams.
So look forward to it. Oh, I guess Trish is home because somebody's so
Charlie
excited.
came speeding in here.
Good morning. Oh, she's drowning and stretching. That means a long night last night.
But she also has an hour. Yes, I was going to say, she also has an hour drive home. I mean, you never know if did she have a bad night or, is she just tired from the drive?
After a drive, right. We all need to yawn and stretch.
How many hours of sleep? Plus or minus 5?
She has to think.
Plus. Very nice.
Sopa.
Successful night.
Well, you can take your wild child there.
Yeah, I was going to say, Charlie's moving around pretty quick this morning. If you could escort him out of the room before he knocks everything down. Okay, thank you.
See ya later. All right.
Back to you, Pete.
Thank you, Matt.
You're welcome.
Good news for coffee drinkers. Abby, you with me? New research hints that drinking a cup of coffee a day, which I know is like, kindergarten for you. New research shows drinking a cup of coffee a day or more may be linked to a lower risk of death. The new research published Monday in the Annals of Internal Medicine looked at about 120,000 regular coffee drinkers in the UK over a 7-year period. The research found that, and I don't know why it's a half, but it is. Maybe it's a statistics thing. The research found that those who drank 1.5 to 3.5 cups a day had a lower risk of death during that period than those who didn't drink coffee, even if the coffee drinkers added a teaspoon of sugar to every cup.
Oh.
It doesn't hurt you, I guess. Moreover, those who drank unsweetened coffee were 16 to 21% less likely to kick the bucket during the research period than those who did not drink coffee. Pause for a sip.
Yeah, this is just... First off, the half thing, yes, it's when you average things out, you end up with decimals.
Okay.
So, that's just how it works.
Thank you.
But I don't know. How did they die? They surveyed 20 people and 5 of them, I don't know, did they get into a car crash or something? That has nothing to do with the coffee they drank.
True.
So, I don't always know. I drink your coffee. Enjoy your life. Abby, I think maybe you still drink a little too much. Because you told me you drink 18 cups a day or something like that. No, I think
How can your stomach
I think I exaggerated.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
She drinks a few. Yeah.
I don't know if we can trust these surveys. That's all the people that are drinking beer keeps you alive. It's maybe that's what kept you alive, but maybe you just got good genes, or maybe you also eat a lot of greens that you're just not mentioning.
Could be. Yeah.
Who knows?
My favorite line about, when you think about all these research and everything, George Carlin had a line once. He was doing a phony newscast, and George Carlin had a line when he said, "Scientists discovered today that saliva causes cancer, but only when swallowed in a small amount over a long period of time." Which is, I mean, this research is stupid.
It could be something, but I don't know.
Hey, here's the story we don't hear all too often. North Carolina State sophomore guard Tricovian Smith has pulled out of the NBA draft because he enjoys school. When's the last time you heard that? Smith was a likely first-round pick after he impressed scouts at the NBA Combine. He said that being tabbed a first-round pick is exciting, but, quote, "I have to be honest and admit, money has never been at the center of my thoughts. I have more work to do. I like school and my college in particular. Remember, my last 2 years have been so strange thanks to the pandemic. I just want one more season to get everything right and just be a college student." And amen to him.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, especially because a lot of the times they don't do that because of the risk of getting injured in the next season.
Oh, yeah, right.
But,
and then there's always people that they need money. You know, they're not coming from the best of backgrounds. I don't know what his background is.
Yeah.
But,
no, that's interesting. Good for him, though.
Summer's almost here officially, and if guys have reservations about taking their shirt off at the beach, listen up. There's a new survey that found 70% of female respondents said that they are into dad bods. And 50% of guys agreed. They think that they're proud of their dad bod. 61% said dad bods are attractive, and 49% said they are sexy. 47% said they prefer a man with a dad bod over someone who's really buff. And 20% of those surveyed said the dad bod is the new six-pack. I'm just reporting the facts here.
What about the granddad bod for you?
You got me on that. Touche.
Thank you.
Touche.
I don't know. What do you think? What does everybody think? Dad bods or six packs?
Dad bods or six packs. You're working out all the time, and I'm just rocking this.
He's making me feel bad for it. He's like, "See, you bitch, you're doing the wrong thing. That exercise thing. I told you."
What's it gonna get ya? Hey, are you a grill master? It seems lots of millennials think so. There's a new survey that found that a whopping 80% of millennial respondents said they were the better barbecuers than their parents who taught them. The same survey found that 60% of millennials said they pretended not to know how to cook to avoid having to help out during family gatherings.
That sounds like something I would do.
You think your brother thinks he's a better griller than I am? I'm sure he does. When I read this, I thought, well, obviously Doug and Sarah are millennials.
Yeah,
and I
didn't actually think of that.
I thought, yes, Doug he loves to grill.
That's true.
He loves his grill.
But I think Doug likes the grill personality. Like, I think he just likes to be the one with the spatula in it.
Spatula and a beer.
And a beer. Yeah. I like grilling. Yes, Doug, the grill's on fire. That's okay. There's nothing like grilling.
Adds flavor. Bubba. And quarterback Jason Stewart scored a touchdown for the Zappers of the Fan-Controlled Football League. Is this on any channel and I'm not seeing it?
I don't know.
Or is it online?
I think this is going to be the one and only year it's on.
Anyway, he scored a touchdown. So to celebrate, he lit up what appeared to be a joint on the field and went on to yell, "Blaze up, my friends, blaze up."
Okay.
Some people are saying it was an awesome moment in sports history, but it also cost him his job. He was cut by the Zappers for violating league policy. Yeah.
I mean, you had to know that was coming, right? I mean, maybe in like the XFL, their rules are probably a little bit looser on that. I will say the USFL had a guy, there was a video that went viral because there was a guy smoking a cigarette at a practice while he was practicing.
Oh.
And it turns out it was a fake cigarette. It was like a movie prop cigarette. It was just a joke.
Yeah.
But apparently this one wasn't a joke. So
that used to be a common.
Come on, man.
That used to be a common thing years ago. Baseball players smoking in the dugout, or sneaking off to the little runway there to have one.
What, the warning track?
No, the tunnel that goes from the dugout to the clubhouse.
It's like the outfielders are just running back to the wall. No. Pitching change, am I right, guys?
And I'm talking like even up to the 70s, I think guys were doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a guy, I I mean, I doubt he watches the show. I hope I'm not picking on him, but he was walking with his wife, kind of like speed walking, exercise,
Yeah.
while smoking a stogie. And I was like, interesting. You're exercising
Does it balance out?
while smoking a cigar.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, maybe they have kids or something, and this is his only chance to smoke a stogie.
Yeah.
I
Can't
was
smoke
like,
in the house.
In the nice fresh air, okay. But I was like, you guys are exercising while smoking a cigar.
just doesn't mix.
I feel like that's not right. I don't know.
All right. Shall we get to a new Stumpah?
Let's do it.
All right. Thursday morning, we have a new Stumpah for you today. According to a recent USA Today poll, just 32% of us remember this person. Who is it? According to a recent USA Today poll, just 32% of us remember this person. Who is it?
I like day one Stumpahs because there's no pressure. There's no hints. We don't have to worry about giving it away.
It's wide
away.
open.
Yeah.
So we look for your answers in the chat. Feel free to, and if you're a new viewer, we'd love to have you join us in the chat because we love input from everybody. Today's fascinating fact: dogs' sense of smell is 40 times more powerful than humans. They have 300 million olfactory receptors.
Oh.
Dogs also have something called neophilia, which means they are attractive to new and interesting odors. This might explain a lot about why your daily walks with your dog take longer some days than others.
You were just saying Charlie's getting more curious about the smells in the neighborhood.
I took him out for last call last night, and usually last call is just around the yard. Other time we take him for a walk, at least down the street, sometimes down around the beach. Trish takes him into the wood. I don't know. Trish takes him to Cleveland.
Yeah, Trish takes him to California because Trish just loves walking.
She always says around 1 or 2 in the afternoon, I haven't taken Charlie for his long walk yet.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, guess I'm staying home from that one.
Yeah, you go on the short walk.
I go on the short walk. But lately, like last night, I took Charlie out, and first thing he does is he has to stop and survey the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. Who's out here? Is anybody out here?
It's his neighborhood.
Yes. And then we have his usual places. He likes the hedges. He likes the telephone pole. He likes the tree. These are possible pee-pee targets, So I kind of wander by those. But he's sniffing something in the grass. We must have bunnies or cats or something that walk through here.
Got them odoriferous...
Those olfactory smells.
Olfactory sensors. I was waiting for the word.
So, yeah, it's become a challenge lately. He needs to focus. He's losing focus.
You were about to say Liam. Liam's smelling all the pee-pee targets out here. No, I'm kidding.
All right, let's get to the Stumpah here. According to a recent USA Today poll, just 32% of us remembered this person. Who is it?
Just says Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen? No, not Morgan Wallen.
Hey, way to start it off here. Gail says our first grade teacher.
First grade teacher is a great guess, but no, that's not it.
No, Gary says our great grandparent.
Oh, no, that's not it.
That's a good guess.
Yeah, I don't think I meant mine.
Justin said Fred. I'm assuming the YouTube star Fred, that Fred. Either way, incorrect. Gary says our great aunt.
Our great aunt. No.
Gary's going with the family tree.
The greats, yeah.
Abby says fourth grade teacher.
No.
Gary says kindergarten teacher.
No, not that.
Abby says Bob.
Bob.
Who's Bob?
Who's Bob? No, it's not Bob.
Justin says our eye doctor. I mean, okay.
No, it's not the eye doctor.
Not correct. Maybe their name.
Yeah.
Only 32% of us, they're like, what's their name? Because I'm
sitting here right now, I'm going, what is her name?
I know.
Yeah.
But apparently Pete needs to study up on his eye doctor's name. I guess. Gary says Nanny.
Nanny. No, not Nanny.
Nope. Gail says second grade teacher.
No, it's not.
Abby says the 17th president.
No.
No.
Wait a minute.
Clearly you don't remember.
Andrew Johnson, right?
Is that the one after Lincoln?
Lincoln got assassinated.
Okay. Right. There we go. Thank you, Peter. Gary says our pediatric doctor.
No. I still remember mine from the 1960s.
Yeah. Well, because I feel like pediatric doctors are actually easy because you have them for so long. Typically.
Dr. Collins.
Shout out Dr. Collins.
Yeah.
Justin says annoying orange. Justin's just going with the YouTube channels.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, no,
not it. Gary says the president when you're born. That's a good one.
No, that's not it. Kennedy for me.
Who's the president in 98? Bush wasn't there yet.
Clinton? Was Clinton
Must have been Clinton.
Yeah, I think he was.
Oh, I remember those days. I don't. Justin says our principal.
No, not our principal. No,
Justin
that's a
says
good one.
the janitor.
No, not the janitor.
The front desk ladies.
Maybe that's Bob. No,
Could
that's
be
not.
Bob.
Yeah.
That's true. I'm still wondering who Bob is. Gail says pediatrician.
No.
Justin says Martin Van Buren. No. This is why I love day one. It's all over the place. Gary says our preschool teacher.
No, it's not our preschool. So far we've covered preschool 1, 2, 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3's up for grabs.
I guess, yeah. Gary's going back to the family tree. He says our grandparent.
No, not our grandparent.
Nope.
No.
Abby says the inventor or toast. What? The inventor or toaster strudels.
The inventor of toast.
Oh. It's like two very interesting topics to put there.
I can't quite remember him. No.
She put in parentheses, it's Gretchen Weiner's dad? Wiener's dad? Gretchen Wiener's? Gretchen Weiner's? I don't know. Is that a joke? I don't know. Am I getting punked out here? Successful punk, I guess. But either way, incorrect. Gail says first neighbor.
No, that's not it.
Not
Good
it.
guess.
Justin says childhood friend.
No, that's not it.
Justin forgot who I was, that asshole. Abby says receptionist at the doctor's.
That's you, right? No, you're not a receptionist. You're in medical records. I'm sorry.
Do you remember any of the receptionists at the doctor's? I think I remember one.
Well, I went to a new doctor this week, and she was very nice, and she said, I'm Janet, if I can help you. So I got Janet in my head.
That's the perfect freaking receptionist name.
Isn't it, though?
Janet.
Yes.
You were born for this, Janet. You were born for this. Gail says garbage collector.
No, that's not it.
I don't know the trash man.
I don't think I ever
we
have.
never converse with each other. Abby says that person who sang that one song. That's it.
That's it.
Nailed it. You got it. Huh?
No.
Gary says post office man.
No, that's not it.
Not it. Abby says the cash me outside girl. No. No, cash me outside. How about that?
Cash me outside.
Gail says gas station attendant.
No, that's not it.
We don't have those here. No. Gail says the librarian.
No, it's not the librarian.
Do you know the OG librarians?
Oh,
wow.
I know the lady that just retired. I think her name was Carol Longworth.
He says, I think. This guy doesn't know his librarians. He goes there like every day.
Sorry.
Abby says it's a Mean Girls reference. I'm sorry, I'm not. You know, Kat would probably get that. Kat and Sarah.
Right.
They watched that movie.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that movie like once.
They've
apologize.
seen it many times.
Gail says our first dentist.
No, not our first dentist.
Not it. Justin says people who lived in their house before then.
No, that's not it.
That's true.
No.
We do know.
Yeah, we do. Right.
Abby says previous coworker's child. I'm trying to follow this. No. Abby says the UPS guy's name.
No, I don't know it.
Do you guys talk to all your delivery people like on a regular basis? Like I know them visually, but I don't talk to them. I don't know
I was
their
thinking,
names.
that's like the mailman.
Yeah.
We have the same mailman, and we have for years.
Yeah.
We wave, we nod.
Nah, yeah, he's cool.
I don't know who he is.
He wears headphones, and like sometimes I'm cutting the grass, I'll stop cutting the grass, and we'll give each other like the nod, the wave. Yeah, we're like BFFs. We've never even talked to each other.
You don't know who he is?
Nah, but that's okay. We have that relationship.
Yeah.
Gail says your first boss.
First boss. No, that's not it.
Not it. Kat got the Mean Girls reference. There you go at me.
Yep.
Justin says former owner of used car.
No, that's not it.
It's a good guess though, because sometimes depending on did you buy it from them?
Buy it from them.
You might have known them. Mm-hmm. All right, last couple answers here. Abby says we have 12 people in this town. We know the mailman and UPS guy first name basis. True, you guys probably went to every single grade together.
Yeah, probably.
You guys see each other at the store every day, and you guys probably live in the same house. There's probably only one house up there.
Hey, how are the kids?
You probably all live together.
It could be.
It's one neighborhood. It's just a cul-de-sac.
One open room.
Guys, we're in Vermont. This is Vermont. Just the whole squad. The mayor lives there. That's the sheriff.
Don't go over there. That guy's an asshole.
Yeah, we don't mess with it. We don't mess with Timmy. All right, let's see what else is here.
32% of us, just 32% of us remember this person. Who is it?
Gloria says our first date. That is not it.
No, that's not it. No.
Justin says company president.
No.
Nope.
No.
Abby said one room schoolhouse. Yep. And yeah, that's it. No more answers.
All right. You're going to break that buzzer.
Maybe.
You're going to break that button.
A new board came out. The second edition of this board came out. Maybe I'm trying to on purpose.
We have to upgrade?
Yeah.
Good luck getting that by the budget committee.
Just give me a second, guys.
All right. So what does it you say? Consider yourself
stumped. Yeah, I forgot for a second.
I realized I got to bail him out.
I knew it started with a C. I was like, continuously yourself stumped.
I got to bail him out.
Yeah.
All right, we're back with a hint tomorrow.
Back to you, Pete.
All right, thank you, Matt. And by the way, if you're wondering about the stuff, if you haven't heard me explain this yet, when we do go to once a week next week, it's not like we're going to make you wait a whole week for the Stumpah. All right, we'll do the Stumpah portion of the show like we do here, and then if we don't get a winner, we'll do a couple of other things. Yeah. Then we'll come back to it and try again with a clue.
But I'm going to tell you this: if you guys don't get it after like 5 hints, I'm going to carry it to the next week. At that point, you don't deserve it.
I think that's fair.
I think that's fair. There also might be a timer involved.
Yeah, there should be.
Yeah.
There should be.
Because we got to keep the segment short.
Yeah. Sometimes we get going. Yeah. All right. We had the holiday off on Monday. Thank you, HR. We had Memorial Day off, but we thought we'd play Would You Rather today because we enjoyed this game. So I have 5 different questions. Feel free to let us know in the chat what you think. Would you rather buy 10 things you don't need every time you go shopping, or always forget one thing that you need when you go to the store?
I feel like money isn't an issue in this question, right?
Yeah.
At least I'm pretending money isn't an issue. I'm going with 10 extra things.
I would buy 10. Yeah, the only thing is there have been times when I went to the grocery store and Trish was helping me unpack, and she'd say, "Why you buy this? Why did you buy this this spaghetti? We already have a box." So I'd be like, "Oops, sorry,"
But spaghetti doesn't go bad.
No, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, she'd see these things and say, "Why'd you get this? We already had it." And I would go, "Oops, wasted money."
Abby says I do both. Here we go.
Both things.
Well, I just think how frustrating every single time you're forgetting something you need. Mm-hmm. Plus, most of us buy extra things anyways.
True.
Let's just go 10 extra things. Yeah.
And you never realize you didn't buy that extra thing.
Until you need it.
Until you really need it.
Yep.
I can remember I was making something and I'm like, oh, I don't have any Parmesan. That's going to ruin the whole meal.
Then you got to go to the grocery store.
Back to the store.
But hear me out, because Justin said one thing. I'm about to prove this wrong. So, all right. So you go grocery shopping, you forget the one thing you need. You realize you need it. You go back to the grocery store to buy just that one thing. But because of Would You Rather that you played on the Pete Braley Show on June 2nd, you're contractually required to forget one thing you needed. So if you're only buying one thing, you forgot it again. You never get it. You can never get your Parmesan cheese. Is that a life you want to live? A life without Parmesan cheese?
But why would I leave the grocery store with nothing?
Because you got distracted talking to Denise that you've known for 20 years.
Or Janet.
Or Janet. She could be there, and you could say, "Hey, Janet, you remember that time I went to the doctor's and you were there?" That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. All right.
So the only correct answer is 10 extra things.
10 extra things. Sorry. Would you rather always have a full phone battery or a full gas tank?
Easy.
Now, easy in this day and age,
this
right?
day and age, but easy any day and age.
Oh, what?
Charging your phone don't cost money. Full tank of gas all the time.
Yeah.
I'll charge my phone, whatever. I don't have a problem. My phone, knock on wood, I rarely have an issue with my phone battery.
I don't think, knock on wood, too.
Yeah.
I don't think I have either.
You notice every time this guy knocks on wood, he chooses his head. There's wood all around him.
It's a joke.
I know.
That my head's made of wood.
But maybe this is why you're the Jinx King. You jinx everything.
Didn't we cover this on a show once that I don't knock enough?
Yeah.
Because you said it has to be what?
I didn't say it has to be. I said I've always done it 5 times.
Right.
But I don't know.
And I do 3.
Yeah, because you're lazy. You're
okay.
I knocked on wood. That's why you jinx everybody.
Anybody else? See, the full my phone usually during the day, maybe it gets down. Every now and then it'll get down. I'll get the warning.
Yeah.
Do you want to go to low battery mode or whatever?
See, I rarely, because I know that my phone battery can get me 2 days of a charge.
Oh,
batteries are good nowadays.
I have an old phone. True.
Yeah. I get 2 days worth of a charge, so I charge it every other day.
Cool.
And I'd rarely have a problem. Sometimes, if I'm doing more stuff on my phone than normal, that second day might cut it a little close.
Or I noticed if we're traveling, like down to Virginia, if I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, if you don't turn off the Wi-Fi, the phone keeps looking for Wi-Fi.
Theoretically.
Yeah. So
I've never had an issue.
I have noticed the phone dies quicker on that drive.
You do have an old phone. Your battery's probably just weak.
Yeah.
There's a thing, I'd be curious to see. There's a thing on iPhones. You can see how, what do they call it? It's like how strong your battery still is.
Okay.
Like if your battery retains the full amount. of its
I get
charge.
you. Right.
Yeah, so we look it up. Pete's is like 10%.
We keep going round. I'll say something and Trish will say, "We got to get you a new phone."
Yeah.
See, and the thing is, I have no patience with all this phone plans, and I give that to Mom. I'm like, you figure it out.
That's such a messed up thing to do.
No, but
she doesn't have patience with it. But you're making her do it.
Correct.
This will be interesting here. How's he going to dig himself out of this hole? Let's all watch.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
He's so nervous. He's stuttering.
No, I'm not. Correct me if I'm wrong, married folk. You kind of divvy up the things that have to be done in life.
Okay, so what do you take on? Because she does the phones.
Well, my health is not what it used to be.
We got him, boys. We got him. You can't use the health on this one. How does your health affect the phone?
Not the phone, no.
Got him.
What do I do with the phone?
So you give Trish,
I don't do much.
You make Trish do the phone work.
I don't.
What do you do in return?
I have asked her to do this, and she has accepted it.
I know Trish with the phone situation. She does not like doing it. Because I'm there with her.
It'd be better. Well, I know right now she actually has Josh and Kat researching something about phones, and they're going to give us a recommendation. So.
See that? I don't want to be there when that happens.
Why?
I just can't imagine moving all the phones to another network. Oh, the headaches. Anyways, we got him. We got him. Abby says it's called marriage, Matt. What?
Yeah.
What? Dishing things onto your wife and making her do it? Feminism. I'm not going to stand for this.
What's the word? Delegating.
What are you, a boss? What is Trish, your employee?
No, wait.
You're canceled, Pete Braley. This is ridiculous. Ma, I'm defending you. Trish, I defend your honor.
Thank you, Abby, for realizing it's marriage, man. That's what you do.
Diane says, right on, Pete. Diane, what are you doing? Why are we backing him up?
Because she's married and you're not. She's my age and you're not.
Trish, I defend your honor. That's all I'm saying. What are we playing?
We're playing Would You Rather.
Okay.
All right. Would you rather have to wear every shirt inside out or every pair of pants backwards? Now, my answer quickly was shirt because I would think the pants would be uncomfortable.
Yeah, I was thinking the same exact thing.
I don't think they're not made to be worn backwards.
Yeah, unless maybe sweatpants wouldn't be or shorts,
True,
like gym shorts. But
True.
then you got to dress up. You're just gonna look like a buffoon. Either way, you're gonna look like a buffoon.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? You go to an event that has to be a shirt and tie. How do you button up the shirt inside out? I think it's a lose-lose situation. I'm still gonna stick with shirt.
Imagine how funky the collar would look.
Because
trying to put a tie on.
This shirt is tagless. It's printed onto the back.
Yes.
So I think I can make it look somewhat normal.
Right.
So I'm just gonna wear t-shirts for the rest of my life. I'm gonna go shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
This shirt would look stupid backwards, but
true.
Again, the pants.
At that point, you got to trash them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pants.
You become a t-shirt person.
Okay.
And t-shirts and crew neck hoodies. I think that's about it. You can't wear a rain jacket backwards or like a denim jacket. So that's what your life becomes: t-shirts and crew neck hoodies.
Imagine wearing a hoodie backwards.
No. Well, it's inside out. So actually, that might still work.
You could cover yourself up if you don't like what you're seeing.
No, you know what? Myth busted. All you got to do, buy reversible shirts. They sell those.
Oh, yes.
I win.
That's a way out of it.
I don't have my dings.
You're just winning left and right today, aren't you?
Ding. I
Ding,
win.
ding, ding.
Yep.
Anyone else commenting on
I think we all agree it's a shirt.
Yeah.
Yep. And then Val just randomly said 5th grade teacher. I think she's a little behind.
Could be.
That's for the Stumpah. Sorry. Hold on. Give me a second. Incorrect.
Thank you. All right, question number 4. Would you rather solve world hunger or global warming? And I don't know.
I was thinking about this so much yesterday. It was stressing me out, so I stopped thinking about it.
I know, right? It's like, well, I'd like to do both if I could, but...
I mean, it comes down to, like, if you solve world hunger, you're helping people right now, right?
Yes.
But if you solve global warming, you're continuing the legacy,
into the future.
Ensuring the safety of the human race. I think I'm going to go with world hunger because I think humans will probably destroy the planet anyways.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
We're starting it on a positive note.
Because I don't know, if I solve global warming, it could just happen again, right? Like, because this is what I picture. If someone was like, "Hey, we're going to give you a second chance at global warming here. We're going to reset the earth. Don't make the same mistakes." I feel like everyone's going to be like, "Oh, the earth's fixed. I'm going to go buy a diesel truck." because I can now.
I can.
And then
There's no
do
problem.
it again. Yeah.
Now, here's another thought.
Okay.
If you solve world hunger, maybe one of the people that you saved grows up to cure global warming. Huh?
True.
Huh?
I do think maybe, I don't know, maybe with the advance of science, we can maybe fix the Earth. Probably not, but maybe. That's the goal.
I've heard we only have so many years left to fix it.
Well,
Then we're going to pass the point of no return.
yeah, some say we already passed it.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's like rumors that there's ways to take, what is it, carbon out of the atmosphere or something. I don't know. I don't know if it's possible. I'm not smart enough to make that statement.
Yeah, I guess
I
so.
think I'll go with world hunger.
Any comments on this? Because I went back and forth.
Let's see. Justin says, trick question, there'll be no food with climate change.
Oh.
True. So do you
solve
so do you
climate change
solve climate
so that
change?
there won't be more world hunger?
See, the thing is, from what I hear, I actually took a food inequality class in college.
Food inequality.
Not by choice, I had to, but
Does that mean certain segments of the population have access to food and some
yes. And what I heard from my professor is that there's enough food on Earth to feed everybody easily. We have an abundance of food.
I can see that.
The problem is we don't have the infrastructure to, and also just like the government relations to give food to everybody.
Okay.
It doesn't exist. So,
I can see that.
where does this leave? So if we solve world hunger, are we solving that problem? But Justin's right. If climate change happens, are we just, is everybody's going to die anyway?
Won't be any
This is
food.
a trick question. I don't think you can answer this properly. I think either way, you're being nice, but also you're screwed. I don't know.
This is
I
one
think
of
I'll
those-
still stick with world hunger then maybe spend the rest of my free time trying to figure out climate change.
This is one of those questions that is why Would You Rather was invented. Right?
Yeah. I hate it. Who was it? Mia was like, oh, you should do it. It'll be funny to see Matt debate the two answers. It's not funny. It's not funny. I feel bad now.
That's right. Would You Rather was Mia's idea.
I think so.
Yeah. So we got to pay her too.
Yep.
We owe a lot of people money.
And we don't make any ourselves.
And it's only been a year. So,
Yeah. We got to step it up. Please subscribe, everybody.
Finally, would you rather be the youngest or the oldest sibling? Now, my thoughts on this are, I was the youngest. You're the youngest.
Same,
Right?
yeah.
I was the youngest. So obviously, I would want to try the other. Because I've already had this experience of being the youngest. So
Yep.
I would like. So I'm curious, wherever you were in the pecking order there, would you want to do the opposite? Because you already know one way.
Well, let's look at the stereotypes first. Youngest are told they get away with everything. I'm not going to confirm or deny that. The oldest definitely has the strictest kind of time, I think, because parents are going through it the first time.
Right.
Would you agree?
Oh, yeah. We made the most mistakes with Sarah.
They, and then look at me. They didn't figure it out 4 kids later.
Well, you know what? Your siblings, have we talked about this? Your siblings, they do think you got away with murder. And they're like,
Yes, I'm good at negotiating.
he was the first one that had a TV in his room.
Yep.
He was the first one that had video games.
Yeah.
Your mother and I always not defend that, but we always explain ourselves by saying, when he came along, we were tired.
Yeah, but here's the thing that I'm good at negotiating. Here's the thing. The video games is the most popular because Doug and Sarah never had video games.
No.
The main argument when it came to video games was that grades would suffer.
Right.
I got straight A's
Yep.
in school. And I said, watch me continue to get straight A's. And I got video games and I continue to get straight A's. So, boom, there goes that argument. And 2, I paid for it myself.
That was what I was going to say. He bought his own TV.
They didn't buy me an Xbox.
He bought his own Xbox.
I saved up my allowance. I saved up my, I don't know, lemonade stand money. I don't know. Maybe I was drug dealing back then. I don't remember. I saved up the money. I wasn't for any law enforcement watching. I swear.
No.
But I saved up my money and I bought it myself.
He wanted to get me an aspirin when I asked for it. Get it.
Yeah, no, I don't touch that stuff. I never taken ibuprofen in my life. That's a lie. I took it, yes.
I don't know. Would you, if you were the youngest, do you automatically say you want to be the oldest playing Would You Rather? I don't know.
I've never really had a desire to be the oldest.
So you're okay with where,
I'm kind of okay where I'm at.
This? You're okay?
I'd probably stay youngest, to be honest. It's kind of a vibe. I like being the youngest.
All
The negatives are that everybody calls you the baby all the time.
Yeah.
Which never really bothered me all that much. Now it's like I'm 23 and people are like, "Oh, you're the baby," and I'm like, "I have a beard."
Does it bother you that mom and dad we refer to you when we're with friends? We say, "Yeah, the baby's 23 now." Can you imagine?
Not much, because then they're like, "Wow, look at how tall he is." Like, thank you, Earthlings. Justin says, "Oldest child buzzing in, staying here. Youngers get it easy." So why wouldn't you want to be the youngest?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I get a lot of crap from Justin and his girlfriend Bree. They're both the
oldest.
Is Bree the oldest? I think she is. I don't know.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong. But either way, I get a lot of crap because I'm the youngest.
Now, at any time, have you wished there was that you had a younger brother or sister?
That's a good question.
Too late now, by the way.
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think
You're
so.
okay with the
I
way
don't
things
remember.
are?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't know.
right.
It's just living. I ain't got a choice.
All right, we'll get to more of your answers if you have any for Would You Rather in the post show today. Got a couple of flying stories here. Quick, what is the most annoying type of airline passenger?
The person who gets up right when the plane lands.
That's for you. Okay. Is it the seat kicker? Is it the rude recliner? Is it the armrest sealer? I hate that. Or is it the overhead bin hogger? For you, it's the one who gets up too soon? Yeah.
Oh, those people annoy me.
Those are all annoying, but according to a survey by an Australian travel site, the most common complaint that airline travelers have about their co-passengers is people who smell bad.
Yeah, I could see that.
I don't think I've had that. At least I haven't had that experience too often.
I don't think I've had it either, but that would definitely be the worst.
BO tops the complaint list. 78% of people said being smelly is the absolute worst thing you can do to your fellow passengers. The second most hated people on the plane are unruly kids. Now, I think I need to pause here and say, you know when there's a baby crying on the plane, people look at each other and go, "Oh, here we go." You can't blame the kid.
Yeah,
the kid doesn't know what's going on.
I don't think I would say it's that. I would say it's like the kids kicking your chair. When the parents don't say anything.
Yes.
Like if the parents are trying to tame the kid and the kid just can't be tamed, whatever. It's a plane ride. They probably don't want to be there.
Right.
But the parents that just let their kid, I don't know, stab you in the back with a machete. It's like, excuse me, I'm dying.
So we got the guy with BO is number, or the woman with BO. I shouldn't genderize here.
Equality. Everybody has BO.
Everybody has BO. So we've got the BO, then we have unruly kids. That is followed by the seat recliner. Yeah.
Do they recline that much? I've never actually done it because I don't want to be that guy.
You're right. I don't think they go that much.
I don't think it's a big deal personally, but also just don't recline.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if it's like a long flight. I don't know.
Number 4 is the armrest hogger. And this has such an impact with me that I'm always afraid that I'm going to be that guy.
There's a system. We've talked about the system. If you're on the window, you don't get an armrest.
Either.
I don't think you get an armrest.
Okay.
Well, you get the left one. I'm pretty sure there is a left one.
Okay.
So you get the left armrest in the window. Middle gets 2 because you're in the middle. Your life sucks. You get 2. Aisle seat gets the aisle one.
Okay.
It's easy. Just remember that, people. Come on.
And finally, people don't like passengers with too many carry-ons. Though the airline doesn't let you get away with that.
Yeah, it's a limit. That doesn't really bother me.
Yeah. Speaking of flying, what is the happiest time to fly? If you're booking a summer trip, here's a tip. Don't fly on Sundays. Now, we're not talking about when is the most expensive or least expensive time to fly. We're talking about the happiest time. Researchers found that Sundays are the worst days to fly, mainly because people are in the worst moods on Sunday.
They're all hungover, probably.
Maybe because we feel it's interrupting our weekend. It's making Monday come faster. I don't know.
Or they're hungover from Saturday.
True.
That's my theory.
Data collected from airports worldwide based on customer feedback found that just 81% of feedback was positive on Sunday. The best day to fly? Wednesday. It seems travelers are happiest on Wednesday, with 85% being positive about their experience. The research even broke it down to the time of day when travelers are happiest. That would be 8 a.m.
Oh, okay. Are you sure?
Well, if you haven't, wouldn't you rather have, I mean, we've
But
had
8 a.m. flight, I mean, you're getting up at like 4 or 5 a.m. that morning?
I've had 6:30 flights, though. So,
I mean 8 a.m. is definitely better than that. I don't know. Maybe a nice 11 a.m. flight?
The grouchiest passengers are likely taking the red eye between midnight and sunrise. I have never had a red eye, so I don't know.
I just remember we had one later flight. I think it was home from like Washington, D.C. maybe. We flew there, right? I think so. Yes, we did.
Yeah, I think we did
Yeah.
once. Yeah.
I think we had a late, but I don't know if I don't think that was a red eye. I think it was just a later flight, like maybe like 8, 9 o'clock.
I think it might have got delayed too. So
Maybe.
we were like, it was like we got into Providence and there was nobody there.
Yeah.
It's like the airport was open, but skeleton crew.
Yep.
So if you want to have a happy experience, you should book a flight on Wednesday mornings and avoid late night and Sundays. So
There we go. Just go Wednesday to Wednesday.
I'm with you though. I think there was one time I had a flight down to Virginia. That flight on Breeze, that's later in the morning, right? Or is it like early afternoon?
Going down, it's afternoon. It's like 3 o'clock. You leave. I'm pretty sure. Coming back is in the morning. It's like 9 a.m. I think.
The only thing about getting a flight at 3 in the afternoon is I feel like you're waiting all day.
Oh, I hate that. Yeah.
It's like you really don't want to get into anything because you know you got to leave.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, time for today's random question. And our random question is, what healthy behavior do you think people are shamed for? What healthy behavior do you think people are shamed for?
From you, exercising.
I'm just kidding.
No, I heard it in your voice.
So I do have a few suggestions on this, all right? Setting appropriate boundaries to manage the work-life balance.
Yeah.
That can, if people at work say, hey, you want to go for a drink? And you're like, no, I just want. I had this happen really when I left the music station, WMYS, which is now CTK.
Okay.
Sarah had just been born when I went to WBSM. Mm-hmm. And a lot of my new colleagues, they were really great. They were like, hey, we're having a Monday night football party. Why don't you come over? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to be home with my wife and daughter, so thank you, but no.
Such a family man.
No, you know what I mean, though? You're trying to...
And then when Matt came along, he's like, yeah, Monday Night Football, let's go.
Get me out of this house.
I don't need the fourth kid.
Damn
Who cares?
kids.
I've done it 3 other times. Let's go, Dolphins.
What healthy behavior do you think people are shamed for? How about sleeping? You always get crap. People are annoyingly competitive over lack of sleep. I only got 4 hours last night. I only got 2.
Yeah. Agreed.
And they're proud of that. Plus, people who need a nap, don't you think they're looked at as being lazy?
Yes. 100%.
You know? I'm at the point where a lot of times if I have a baseball game to broadcast or a volleyball game starting at night and I have the show in the morning, it's like a mandatory nap in the afternoon so that I can function at night, you know?
Yep.
But I often think it's looked at as, oh, he's sleeping again? Might need it.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And also valuing your own free time is something that if you value your own free time, people might look at that as, hey, what is this guy doing?
Yeah, if you don't go, like when someone asks you to hang out and you don't, like you just want to stay home, that right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you get shit for that, but it's like, sometimes you just want to stay home. Mm-hmm. You know?
There are times.
Yeah.
Or like if work is doing something on the weekend or something like that, and it's not mandatory to go, but they kind of make you feel like
First
it is.
off, work should not be doing something on the weekend. It's the weekend, okay? If you want to have a party, have it during the day so I can get out of work. That's what we're looking for here.
Any comments on this? Or?
Justin says not drinking. That is a good one.
Yes, that's true. That's frowned upon.
Because then it's like, really? Why aren't you drinking? What, do you think you're better than everybody else?
I'm watching, I mentioned that show Flight Attendant with Kaylee Cuoco.
Yes.
And in this show...
You talk about it frequently. Is it that good?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
She was an alcoholic, and she's joined AA. She's gone a year without drinking. And sure enough, it's like she'll walk into... She went to dinner, and sure enough, some wine came out. She was like... Mm-hmm. And you're right.
Just like that?
Unless you explain the whole...
Can you do that again for us? Wow, interesting.
And you're right. If you don't drink, people are like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like you said, you better than me?
Do the face again. That's a lesson. All you have to do is that.
Yeah,
if you don't want to drink. Yeah. The sound that went along with it was like very weird. What are you doing over there?
Oh, by the way, Justin, I started watching Stranger Things last night. He came downstairs at one point, and I said, is this the scary part? And he's like, yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say, I have one episode left. No spoilers.
No.
But I will say the scariness is kind of like level throughout. I was talking to Justin about it. It's kind of like the same throughout the whole series.
Okay.
Definitely amped up from the last season.
Right.
But this season,
well, that's good
pretty
to know.
much level.
That's good to know.
Yeah. It does get a little bit scarier at one point, maybe.
I was okay last night. I only saw the first episode.
Let me know if you have nightmares.
I will.
I'm curious.
I will.
Yeah.
All right. I got to get to this question because I know you're going to have some input. Diane already has. How do you handle eating out with a bunch of friends? Now, I read a blog the other day that said, when you decide to go out with a big group of friends, just accept that everybody is probably going to split the check. Nobody is interested in spending, this is what the blog said, nobody is interested in spending 20 minutes itemizing every cocktail, appetizer, entree, dessert, soda, and cup of coffee. We're just going to take the total, add a 20% tip, divide by the number of people at the table, and be done with it. It's either that or someone's got to put their card down and risk not being paid back, which no one wants to do.
Well, especially because if you're eating with a lot of people, you're looking at like hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
Don't put your card down.
That, number one, that's the key. You're with a large group of people. You're not just, for instance, I go to breakfast once a month with a friend of mine, and he eats a bigger breakfast than I do. You know I'm not a big breakfast eater.
Yeah. Guy eats mini muffins. That's it.
But he eats a bigger breakfast than I do. So, and he's better at math. So when the check comes, I always hand it to him. He looks at it and he goes, just give me $12 and you're fine.
Interesting.
Or just give me $6 and you're fine.
Yeah.
And
that's true. Depending on what, breakfast is so cheap.
Yeah,
I used to go get like an omelet, toast, home fries, $4. I'm like,
how do you stay in business?
Did you do this wrong? I don't know. Maybe eggs are cheap when you buy them in bulk.
Now, the other thing, Diane did, because I teased this yesterday.
I was going to say, how do you know what Diane said? How you read the chat? I'm literally going to have no job at the end of this.
Is that what you were looking for?
Yeah, I was going back trying to find. I'm like, I didn't see Diane say anything about this.
No, this
guy's going to, he says he can run the board better than me. He reads the chats now.
Hey.
Goodbye, everybody.
Don't do that. Let me see if I can find it. It was the tease I put on Facebook about the show. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, that's not it.
No, I could buy you some time, but you said you can do this without me, so.
No, I can't. Matt.
Everybody stare at him.
I cannot do the show without you, Matt.
Yeah.
I cannot.
That was so scripted. You guys hear that response? So scripted. No emotion. No tears.
I watch everything he does at like 7:58 in the morning. Mm-hmm. I can't. I would need a whole long to-do list of all that stuff.
Yep.
So anyway, this is what Diane said on our Facebook tease last night. She said, when I was young, it was cool to say, let's just split the check because we all had an income, not a huge mortgage, probably no kids yet. To do it now just seems like you're showing off for your friends. Separate checks. Real grown-ups within 2 decades of retirement age get it and don't get offended when someone at the table suggests it. I would never stick my real friends with my $80 liquor bill. Well, first of all, if that's your liquor bill.
That's expensive. No, I will. That is, I'm pretty sure, like, anytime I went out with a group of friends, it was always separate checks. And whoever's waitressing or whatever, I feel like that's easy to do. You tell them in the beginning. Tell them before you start ordering things.
Right. Oh, that's
Say
key.
we want separate checks. And then they just do, they do it from the start.
Can you do that, though, with like 20 people?
I don't know. Anybody that's a waitress or waiter, can you let us know? I think so. Gail says separate checks always. Yeah, I always did separate checks.
But my question is, with like 20 people, can you do it with 20 people?
I don't see why not.
No?
I don't know. I've never waitressed or
See,
waited.
Diane
I've never waited for anything in my life.
Diane brought up a good point. I mean, if you go out with a group of people and, they're having dinner, they're having drinks, they're having dessert and all this stuff, and you get a salad.
Yeah.
And a Coke, or maybe only have one drink. It's not fair to split it.
Well, that's the thing. When drinks come into it, it's like, okay, but if Pete over here orders 3 scotches and I ordered a White Claw,
yeah,
I think the pricing is going to be a little different.
There's a little difference.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I order a little, I don't even know, Shirley Temple. I think it's going to be a little different here. Gail says, yes, you can do it with many in the group.
Oh, okay.
Abby says, yes. Yes, you can do it. Just tell the waitstaff first so they aren't trying to figure it out later. Yes, that's the key.
That's the key.
Do it first.
Right.
Yeah.
Or, like I do with my buddy, you find the person who's best at math.
No, not with 20 people. Are you kidding me? dinner's like an hour and a half, and then add on another hour just to sort all that out. Wait a minute, Pete. How many scotches did you have? You had 4. Jesus, alcohol. Okay. And Timmy, what did you have? You had 2 scotches. Okay, but it says there was 7 here. Who had the other one?
Who had the other one?
You find out Barbara from sales is a scotch drinker for the first time.
So I guess we're talking separate checks here, right?
Yes, that's the only answer.
Best way to go.
But then it's difficult if it's like, but what if it's Barbara's birthday? Everybody wants to chip in and pay for Barbara's meal.
Yeah, so divide Barbara.
No, I think you still do.
Yeah,
still do separate checks, and then just everybody chip in $1. A
little more
for Barbara. Yeah.
And the other thing is, who carries cash nowadays, right? So I mean, if you're looking, this guy who wrote the blog, he says always split the check. Yeah, but if I've got my card and you've got your card, how are we going to split this? You're going to give the waitress 20 cards?
Well, that's where you go with. Well, if it's separate checks, you can pay with cards.
Right.
But if you're splitting the bill, you put one card down, and while everyone's at the table, you make them Venmo you money. And if you don't have Venmo, give Venmo. Come on. I'm trying to get Trish to. Every time Trish has to Venmo somebody, she's like, "Hey, Matt, can you Venmo this person some money?"
I don't have it either.
No, just make a Venmo, and then you can do it yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's very useful.
Very easy?
Yeah. You just pick the person that you're sending it to. Like I had to send Justin some money the other day. Clicked his name, sent him some money. Boom, done. Takes it from your debit card.
It's such a crazy world.
Technology, everything.
I tell you.
Oh, my God, we're late.
Yeah.
Go home.
No, we have to leave, right? Because it's leave the office day.
That's right.
That'll do it for today. Stay tuned for the post show where we can catch up on some chats and just hang out. If you must go, we do leave you with a thought for the day. And our thought today is success comes to those who get up and take action. So get moving. All right, stand by. The post show is next. Even Gail says Venmo makes life easier.
Yes.
All right, that's it. You think Trish might do it if I do it? No, she doesn't follow suit. She does her own thing.
She won't do it until I'm downloaded on her phone and do it for her.
Yeah, that's probably what you have to do.
Then I have to teach her how to use it. It's like, do I want that stress in my life, or do I just want to send people money?
Did you decide if today's grass day or not? We don't have the weather for
it. Well, it depends. Yeah, but tomorrow's supposed to thunderstorm. I don't know.
Right.
I got to talk to Trish, she's the lawn supervisor. I'm just the gremlin that does the work. So yeah, I kind of do what she says. If Trish says cut it in the pouring rain, I'll be out there in my rain jacket.
And I don't think
inside out, of course, because I chose that. And would you rather?
Yes. It's not supposed to pour today.
I don't know if rain jackets are waterproof inside out.
Good point.
I'll have to find one that is.
I would think, yeah. I would think the outside.
So I'm gonna have to get a custom made.
Oh my!
Maybe they sell reversible rain jackets. See what happens? Would you rather? Your whole life changes. I have to solve world hunger today. Like busy day.
Busy day.
Yeah.
Going back to things that are frowned upon, as far healthy things for us that are frowned upon. Abby agreed. She said 100% sleeping. Going to bed early is okay, but not sleeping in. Even if it's the same number of hours. Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
That annoys me because most of the time, maybe not so much lately, but I would rather work until like 8 o'clock at night and then relax for a couple hours and then go to bed late, wake up late.
Okay.
And then start working at like noon. Like still put in 8 hours.
Yeah.
Work noon to 8.
But society says,
yeah. But then, like, you get out of bed at 10 and people are like, what the hell does this guy do all day?
Exactly.
What a piece of garbage.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can't do that because of the show, but yeah. It's so messed up. Naps, too. So messed up. Diane says, I'm a huge nap fan, mostly because the male people in my house seem to need me going into the late hours of the night.
Wow.
Well, tell them to back off.
I know.
Make some people jealous because I take naps. Sometimes naps are essential, man. Sometimes you need to play the game of like, listen, I have more work to do, but I'm not going to be able to do it right now because I'm way too tired.
Yeah.
I got to take a nap in order to do the work later.
I got to recharge.
So. Who was it? Winston Churchill used to take... He used to sleep... I don't think he slept a full 8 hours, but he would take a nap in the middle of the day because he said the most productive time is in the morning, so he would give himself 2 mornings.
Okay.
That's what I heard.
Right. So he wouldn't sleep he wouldn't get 8 hours sleep in a row, but he would if you added it up.
Yeah, I think. Or maybe he got 8 hours and just took a nap. But either way, he took a nap halfway through the day so that he could have the morning productivity twice.
That's cool.
Interesting.
That's so cool.
Are we out here calling Winston Churchill lazy? Is that what we're doing?
Gary says we have a late flight coming up, flying to Portugal. We leave at 9 p.m. and we get to Portugal at 2 a.m.
Gross.
Yeah.
Gross.
Trish and I.
Thank you.
We made a trip to Europe to see some friends that we met on a cruise, Hans and Karen. So those international flights, we flew to London and it left at 9 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, you try to sleep on the plane, but you end up getting there and you get there at like Gary said, like 2 a.m. But local time, it's like 7 or 8. So the world is awake and functioning and happy. You're just looking for any place to brush your teeth.
Yeah.
You know?
Wait, you don't have a hotel or something?
Well, no, we had a layover at Heathrow.
Before
we flew to Amsterdam.
Okay. All right.
And I remember by the time we got to Holland, where our friends lived, they were all happy to see us. And it's like, can I just go to bed? Jet lag, man. Jet lag.
That's why you got to add like buffer days on vacations like that, right?
I agree.
Like you don't want to do like a week-long vacation because then you have to spend like 2-3 days trying to get back into the swing of things so you can have fun, right? Yes? No? I've never been. I'm asking. I don't know.
Val has some input over the why I make mom. No, I don't make mom, but why I ask mom to do the phone stuff.
I mean, you said you just give it to her. That doesn't sound like there's much asking.
Val said it's just easier for Priscilla to do it. Pete will just agree to something because he's frustrated. And then Priscilla will have to fix it.
Yeah, but it's not like Trish doesn't get frustrated. Trish, are you out there? Ma?
Nope.
No, she's somewhere.
She's walking Charlie.
She's probably like building a new shed. I don't know. You never know what Trish is.
You never know. She's on her few days off here. So.
I go with Trish. She does not enjoy it. But I guess Val's right. Pete would come home with a flip phone and be like, this cost me $800, but the guy said it was a really good deal. So this is what I did. Is this good?
It gives us
Priscilla.
It gives us free service on Tuesdays from 3 to 4 a.m.
I can only use it on Tuesdays, so if you need me, call me then. But it does have the game Snake. Like this, that's what he would do. So I guess it's a good point. I'm just saying it's mean because getting new phones is like one of Trish's least favorite things to do.
That's why mine's been. I'm using the iPhone 10, and what are they up to? Like 13 or 14 now?
Yeah, I think I have the 12. They're up to 18, 19, 20. I don't know. Maybe like they occasionally go to Roman numerals. They're probably realistically at like 30 by now.
Yeah, wasn't the iPhone 10? I technically have the iPhone X. Right.
True. Do you have the 10? I don't know. You might have like the 8, bro.
No, I'm pretty sure I have the 10.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Talking about getting separate checks, Gary says, with our family, it's a nightmare. Everyone picks pennies and itemizes everything they ate. That's why we now ask for separate checks. I can see that.
Yeah. That's just easier. But Abby said, again, make sure you do it in the beginning.
Yeah. She also said it depends on how many friends. Typically, one person pays, and we Venmo. If it's only a couple, I'll pay, and they'll pay next time. Okay. Yeah. If you're going out with somebody, maybe you'll pick up lunch this time, they get it the next time.
Yeah, we've done that. I've done that with people before. It's because most of the time, like, you know who you're going to go out with again. So,
right.
Like, we'll just switch back and forth. It's much easier this way.
Okay.
Let's see. Back to the oldest or youngest. Would you rather question? Would you rather be the oldest or the youngest? Gail says youngest. I love being the youngest. Let's see. Abby said I'm dad's youngest and middle for my mom. Abby also did say, where was it? She said something about, can I just stay the middle? Yeah, she said, can I just stay the middle? I don't want to choose.
Okay.
What's it like being a middle child? Kat, you still here? Sometimes Kat doesn't catch the post show.
That's true.
But what's it like being the middle child? Do you like it? Not like it? I don't know.
She's never really said that, I don't think.
I don't think she really cares, to be honest. But yeah, no. I'm not going to stand for the youngest slander, though, that I take on a daily basis.
I think Sarah...
Youngest gets everything. Maybe it's because the youngest is just, like I said, a good negotiator.
And also, Mom and I admit, by the time you came along, we were tired.
But you wouldn't have let me get video games. If my grades started to slip, the video games would have disappeared.
Oh, they would have, yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
Yep.
You know, just because Doug and Sarah got like C's. I don't know exactly what they got on their report card, but like, if I'm a parent, I'm not getting them a video game if they're not proving themselves. I was proving myself, you know?
All right.
That's all I'm saying. You know, put in the hard work. Maybe. Okay? Saved up my pennies and bought it myself.
What a guy.
It did take a while to get like Call of Duty games and stuff like that. It was like violent games.
Right.
That took a little while. But it was mainly Madden.
We were kind of on the fence about that.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know what I heard about Madden?
What's up?
There will be no Madden curse this year.
Yeah.
You know the curse, they say whoever's picture is on the game that year usually gets hurt or has a bad year.
Yep.
Not going to happen this year because John Madden will be on the cover.
Yeah.
They're putting John back.
I will say the Madden curse is kind of gets stretched sometimes. Like, I think it was I'm pretty sure it was Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes last year, if I'm correct. They were both on the cover.
Okay.
And like Tom Brady didn't have a bad year. Like, dude was putting up straight up numbers, but they'll probably be like, oh, Madden curse, he lost in the playoffs. And it's like, I guess. I mean he didn't win the Super Bowl.
People lose in the playoffs.
They're like, that's the Madden curse. I'm like,
No.
I don't know. But then you do have guys that go on the cover and then tear their ACL.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is John Madden on the cover. Yeah. Very interesting.
Gail did say, the more children you have, you get good at choosing which mountain you're willing to die on. You pick your battles, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, it's not worth fighting over that.
But also, like, I didn't get, video games. I'm curious to see what the other things I got away with are. TV and video games, I feel like, is their only argument. It's not like I was getting, like, brand new clothes. I was wearing hand-me-downs my whole life.
I would think, I think...
They don't talk about the sacrifices us youngest siblings make,
I see,
exactly. Plus, I feel like the oldest could get away with stuff a little bit, too, because you guys are just figuring stuff out.
True.
What did Sarah do that we don't know about, I think we need to...
I don't want to know.
I think we need to investigate this.
Abby, I think, is answering you about what's it like being the middle child. She says, it's not the best. You fly under the radar more. But
true.
Yeah, it's what I know. LOL.
That's why. That's why Kat's probably the perfect child. Maybe she has a bunch of stuff you don't know about because you were too busy fighting me.
Yeah. And Dana said, "Got my drum set, being the youngest."
That was one mountain I could never climb. I could never get a drum set.
Did you ask for one?
I've always wanted a drum set.
Really?
Yeah. The noise. No one would ever let me get. Can you imagine me with a drum set?
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Still nowadays, can you imagine me with a drum set?
It is nice sometimes when we go to bed and he's in his room playing the guitar.
But there's a big difference between playing the guitar and playing a drum set.
That's what I'm getting at. It's like if you had a set of drums in there.
Yeah, I don't think it would be the same. Yeah. Especially because there's no like singing peacefulness of you guys are counting sheep and I'm just like cymbal solo.
And I'm in the room reading.
Music to my ears.
Yes.
And it's also like the learning period of me on drums. So it's not even good.
Yeah.
It's not even like, we're not even talking a successful Phil Collins. We're talking like.
Did I ever tell you?
That's my noise of me learning how to play the drums.
Did I ever tell you that when I was young, I had a secondhand drum set from someone?
Where is it?
It was down in the cellar of the house Nana and I lived in.
See, that's the thing. If we had a basement, you guys would probably let me get a drum set.
Yeah. But I can remember I would only play it like when Mom was out. If she was at work, I would go down and play it. And it was totally, if not third, fourth hand, because one of the drums, the skin was ripped, so you really couldn't use it.
Oh, yeah.
So
could have bought a new drum head. Saved up your pennies.
I didn't know there was no Amazon back then.
Let's see. There's one I want to get to the bottom of. Talking about the phones and the gas tank. I don't know where it is, though.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, here it is. Justin said phone. Explain yourself, sir.
Would you rather have a full battery on your phone or a full gas tank?
Abby said phone, then I can call for help when I run out of gas. Unless the gas is free, then I'll take the gas. Obviously, the gas is free. It's unlimited.
Yeah.
You always have a full tank of
Always
gas.
have a full tank.
That's the way I interpret it.
It never goes down. Yeah.
Diane said at one point, late again, who wound up Matt? I don't know. It was every day.
He woke up this way. It happens, you know?
No, I don't wake up this way. Give me 10 minutes into the show, and then I get that
That's
way.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
Diane also did send me a message on Facebook telling me to make sure I told Matt about the Chipotle coming to Fairhaven.
So it's so funny. I've gotten so many texts with the article that says that Chipotle is coming to Fairhaven.
I guess the neighborhood newspaper that we have in town ran a story about it this week, and everybody's like, make sure you read this. She sent me a link to the story. And
everybody sent it to me, and I tell everyone the same answer. I'm like, looks like I'm going broke. Because to be honest, that's one thing that like keeps us from burritos a lot is because we have to drive pretty far to get, not pretty far, but you know, like when you're trying to get a quick meal, you're not really trying to drive.
We drive from our town to the south end of New Bedford to get burritos, and this one's going to be a mile away. And not all Chipotles have a drive-through, do they?
No, it's kind of a newer thing. Yeah. But it's not like I don't think you can roll up and order your food at the drive-thru. I'm pretty sure you need to order it on the app and then drive up and get it, which is fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we can definitely do that.
Okay.
Diane says, Matt, is what you do negotiating, or is it more like not stopping till you win? A little bit of both. You know, that's what a filibuster is it not? Filibuster. You just keep on talking.
Okay.
Keep it going until somebody finally gives in.
I can see that.
I mean, it was negotiating, though. I said, watch my grades. I got good grades.
You did.
I probably walked up to you with a report card and a PowerPoint presentation.
Knowing you,
I said, look at my straight A's, and if I continue this, if I lose these straight A's at any point, you can take the games away. And guess who never did? Mm-hmm. So I got to keep the games.
Two things here. Gail says, I'm still hearing new stories about my children's earlier adventures. Yeah. They tend to come up at the weird. You're like, when did you do that?
I think it's because we know that there's like an unwritten statute of limitations when it comes to like disciplinary things. So,
plus I can't put any of you over my knee anymore. I just physically not able to do that.
So I mean, I don't. You know, when the worst comes to worst, you guys give us a dirty look, maybe, kind of maybe like an "Are you kidding me?" Really.
We might threaten you with cutting you out of the will, but I don't think we've ever done that.
Nah, you wouldn't dare. I would negotiate my way back in.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Our drummer, Dana, says, when I was practicing, my parents always knew where I was. So did the neighborhood.
Yeah. That's the thing. Nowadays, there is an electric drum set where it's like, you know what a drum pad is, obviously. Yeah. It's kind of like that. And then the computer... Like it plugs in your computer, you have headphones on. It sounds like real drums.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the same feeling,
not the same.
Though. No.
Can't be.
I don't think I'd want an electric drum set.
Diane had a good point. She said if you had drums, you'd be playing in the former outhouse, the 2-seater.
Dude, imagine if we didn't get rid of the outhouse. I mean, it'd be gross. Don't get me wrong, but like, it'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
To have an outhouse. Like, what a conversation starter.
If you missed the story, when we first bought this house, there was a garage in the back, which we've replaced with a shed. There was a garage that had a 2-seater outhouse, and we can't figure out why there were. I mean, do you have company with you?
You know, sometimes we've all been there. We grew up with one bathroom. You know, sometimes you got to go while somebody else is going.
Right.
At this point, maybe you just, you know what? I don't care. Just don't look over here.
Sometimes you got to go when someone's in the shower, so it's like, hey, stay in there.
Yeah. So. I mean, you never know. That is funny though. Did you guys tear it down?
Yes.
Oh, yep. Interesting. There's no pictures?
There has
to be a picture. Right, I want to see the outhouse.
There's pictures of the garage. I don't know if there's a
I don't think I've seen the garage either.
Okay.
I need to see all this stuff.
I will go through the photo. We're at the point where our photo album, which, by the way, does anyone have photo albums anymore? Because they're all on your damn phone, right?
True.
So, but we had, in fact, there was a time Trish was into scrapbooking. Mm-hmm. So we all have our own photo album scrapbook.
Yep.
but they're starting to fall apart. It's like I'm afraid to open some of them because the pages are going to fall out.
Yep.
So anyway, I will try to find a picture of the at least garage today.
Abby says were the seats facing the same way?
No,
I would hope they were facing each other.
They were side by side.
That'd be great if they were facing each other.
Hey, you got the sports
doing?
section over there or what?
That's one thing Doug said about Navy boot camp. You get really close with everybody else.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
I don't think there's private stalls.
Oh.
From what I remember his stories, I don't think there's private stalls. Which is just, come on, Navy. Just put up some pieces of plywood or something.
Yeah, really, huh? Just something.
What was I going to say? Oh, see, I was going to say that's a negative to being the youngest sibling. I never saw the garage. or the
Oh, that's
outhouse.
right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Don't have those memories.
And I often tell a story on the show, and you're like, nope.
Nope, that was before me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to ask somebody else. Couldn't tell you.
Sorry.
Does anybody else have anything they wanted to say? There's a lot of chats. We're not going to be able to get to everything today.
Okay.
You have to get going
Yes, we do.
to talk to the lawn boss.
The long,
I don't know where she is, though. I don't know. She must be taking Charlie for a walk.
for a long walk.
Something like that.
She's doing
Anyways,
a long walk early.
Yeah, getting it out of the way.
All right, we'll be back tomorrow. We do have Foodie Friday coming up tomorrow. We had some fun with that. We also have Feel Good Friday. Don't forget to send me any stories you have that you're happy about, that you want to celebrate.
Oh, you know what I just thought of? So tomorrow is our last show before we start the once a week.
Right.
Do we get a Stumpah winner tomorrow? I think we should, because tomorrow's the end of the season.
Right.
Spoiler alert, Abby won. It's physically impossible for anybody to catch up to Abby. So
Okay.
Abby won this season. New
All right.
season starts when the new shows start.
So come up with a couple of clues.
Yeah, so we will have a Stumpah winner tomorrow.
All right.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much for being here. We really do appreciate it. And no matter what,
Back to you, Pete.
thank you. Go out and make it a great day.
Peace.